Hi, Sherí Tay-bur with Energy Healing Arts. This is video 3 in a series of videos where we're talking about how to help your whole self understand the kind of energy that's coming into your energy body and likely, in some cases, making its way through your energy body to the interior aspects of your physical body. And so today, what we're going to do is continue on understanding exactly what is happening to the masses so that your body, your whole self, can become aware of what could be affecting you as well. The primary intention of these videos is to help you and your whole self take a good look and see if there's information in your energy field, in your energy body, in your physical body that should not be there. And if it is, how to get rid of it. And that is what this whole series of videos is about. We will continue to present how to resolve it in these videos. So keep watching. These are a little long. My average target for a video is about 12 to 14 minutes. These are, give or take a couple of minutes, 30 minutes long. Well, that's very long, but it's necessary for this particular topic. So hang in here with me, okay? All right. So we're going to pick up where I left off in the last video. In the last video, we were looking at this particular image. And we showed you how etheric energy winds its way around in a very intelligent, very on purpose method for a very purposeful intention. And it doesn't belong with us. Shouldn't be there for a second, not a day, and not for the years it has been in some cases with everyone, okay? And so we're going to come down here to the bottom of the feet. Oh, excuse me. Oh, here's the back. All right. So now we're going to talk about how this looks on the back. We talked about what it looks like on the front. In the back, it starts to circle this area. And when it does, oops, okay. When it does, its intention is to take this kind of a spiral, gets the edges of your ears, it makes this kind of a spiral. When it does, when it's managed to get the whole cranium, sits right here in this spot. And by sitting in that spot, it sits right above the occiput. And the occiput is an ocular area of your brain that manages various aspects of your ocular system. It also sits right across here and right across here. And it does this because it can convey information that belongs here and bring it to areas that it doesn't belong. Right here, for instance. This is a common way this energetic information comes and sits. And if you've seen video 1, it's moving information that belongs right here to this place. But the kind of information it's moving is the burden, the level of burden that this area of your brain is able to manage easily to a place in your body that it's foreign to. And so what happens as this begins to occur is that it starts to overwhelm areas of your body. And then the areas of your body they don't know what to do with that. And this area of your body starts to do this because this is a burden. It isn't equipped to share, to hold, to bear. So this is happening. See if I can write this over top of this. Yep. And then it does this on this side, but it brings it just below that, right about T2, your thoracic spine 2, second vertebra in your thoracic spine. And so then it's bringing the same kind of information to this zone right here, where it does not belong. And you can slow this video down, or you can pause it and you can read. I'm going to scroll. And then you can read what each of these areas of your spine are to do. And this particular image is available online. And so you can look this up. Just look up cutaneous nerves. Okay, and when you look up cutaneous nerves, you'll find this. And I'll just scroll one more time. I am scrolling quickly, so you just pause. You can pause, you can take a screenshot, and you can understand what the various areas of your spine and nervous system support. And this is important because it isn't intended to support information that other areas of your brain are intended to support. And so you might use these references here to help you find it, or this product ID number down here. All right. So what's happening is it's doing this until it's created what's referred to as an oblation. And you can see how it's wrapping. It's doing a little bit of a basket weave. And in its intention, these are all met. These are all connected. I don't have that kind of capacity with this particular software to do it that way. So this is what just keeps happening, and it goes up. Now, above your head are more chakras. And as you get above your head, this is your crown chakra. This is your, maybe about right here, is your 8th chakra. And then about right here is about your 9th chakra. So this keeps climbing. And information that belongs here is brought down to your spine. Information that's up here is brought down lower on your spine. Before you know it, the genius, the masterful information that belongs in this area of your body, this being your 9th, your 8th, which is not going to work out here, okay? So if this was your 8th, and then this is your 7th, it doesn't like what I'm doing. Okay, and then if this was your 7th chakra, it's bringing information that belongs here down, and you get it. And it's bringing it down to zones of your body where it does not belong. And it's causing spinal conditions, and it's causing nerve level conditions, and it's causing these nerve branches that come out of your spine in each of these areas to be alivened. It is inflaming the sheaths of these nerves and the sheaths of the cells that belong in these areas. And it is creating conditions with symptomatic information that are in alignment with very specific diagnoses. And when that occurs, then those fields I talked about before, I don't know how to use this and change the color. I wish I did. When that occurs, what's happening is it is changing. I might have just figured this out. So when it brings in these fields, for instance, let's say a hemimorphic field, okay? When it brings in a hemimorphic field, maybe it brings it in right here and says, okay, so I'm going to bring in information that's very symptomatic of a very specific condition, right? And then the hemimorphic field comes in and sits there. And at the point where it's activated, it begins to send information out like this. It says, hey, here I am this field of this ABC information that is a diagnostic disease or a syndrome or a condition. And then what starts to happen is other information starts to see this announcement. And this announcement doesn't look like this. It looks more like information shooting out like this, okay? And when it shoots out like this, the information begins to attract. Let's say this particular one says, in this area, this particular syndrome is causing this kind of information. And that kind of information means shooting across, in this case, shooting across the nerve fibers that go across the ribs. And so then a hemimorphic field that's consistent with that information sits over this and starts to diagnose it. And when it diagnoses the condition, it calls in a field of diagnostic information, of that very specific diagnostic information. So then we get another field coming in. And when this other field comes in, it starts planting in all of those areas that shot out, so to speak. And then it sits there. And this process goes on and on and on until this whole area is just overwhelmed with fields of information and diagnostic fields with very specific diagnostic information by intention of creating a syndrome, a condition, a disease, an illness in these areas of the body. Now, this isn't okay. And before we know it, our bodies are full of a kind of energetic information that can form a disease. And this is happening every day. And the whole purpose in this video is for you to understand you can end this. So let's say brain, me, chakra system, my whole chakra system, my nervous system, all my assets, body, spirit, hey, you, my body, spirit, hey, my vital life force energy, which is my light, which is how we stay alive. Listen up, people. Do I have something like this going on in my body? Pay attention. And divine, who is pure source light, look at me in this. Teach my body how to end this again so that I am not receiving anything new, and end it. And I know it's happening. I know that in this moment, my body is beginning to heal. Now, be tenacious. Be obnoxious. Be the squeaky wheel and get this resolved. I can do this by intention. I can say, where is information that needs to be removed in this moment? The information that's most important in this moment to be removed permanently, forever, eternally, so that more can be removed. And my hand's going here. Okay, so information has come in because it's in the atmosphere and it is attracted to something. Now I am telling my body, get rid of this in such a permanent, such an eternal way that it can never return and nothing else can. And I'm being guided to see that this is going out. It doesn't go out and go to someone else. It goes out of my field all the way and is destroyed. And that is a very powerful, very strong intention that I have. I do this and intend that everybody I know, all whom I know, are receiving that kind of healing at the same time. Is that happening? I hope so. But that's my very strong intention. Now I'm being guided to know that there is information gathering here. Now, body, do your job. I'm not being ugly to my body. My body knows I love it. And as I'm saying, pay attention. And now look at what needs to come next and start doing this automatically. Don't wait for me to ask. Brain, body, listen. My whole self, listen to me. End this. These are series of systems. End them. Now, and my arms are moving around to show me where information has come in. Some of it during this video making. And it has intelligence. Some of it is insisting that I have it with me if I'm going to do this. I'm not going to. I am not going to have it with me. And no other intention than the divine is going to keep me from doing what I came into this lifetime to do. And that's it. And so I hope you will adopt as powerful an intention as you can possibly muster to end what does not belong with your body. This is dangerous. This is not okay. This is not natural. It's coming to you in a way that feels natural because it's just coming. And if you have been intended upon by any human being, something other than a human being, this information could be coming to you in a much more rapid, much more accelerated way. And there's a lot of reasons for that. All the more reason why you have to be diligent. Don't be discouraged. Don't be overwhelmed. This didn't happen while I told you. This has been with you. If it's with you, it has been with you. And the good news is what happened today, as you listen to these, is an awareness that will change this condition. Stay with it. If you are in a place where you want support, work with an energy healer who works only with the divine. These are conditions with the kinds of energetic conditions that fulfill these kinds of intentions. The kind of energetic conditions that fulfill these intentions can only be resolved by the divine, who is the creator. Nothing else can. Nothing else. No other kind of healer who works energetically can resolve these. I personally only work with divine. I personally do not touch this. This is not the job of the practitioner to dismantle. That will create all kinds of problems for you because these systems are intelligent. They have embedded with them capacities for exponential expansion if they are not resolved by the divine. And there's a reason for that, because there are people who do not have a relationship with the divine. These intelligences believe that if you don't have a relationship with the divine, then you don't trust the divine. And if that's the case, then you believe that the divine won't help you. And that's the intelligence that's embedded in here. And the truth is, you do not have to have a relationship with the divine. You don't have to want one. You don't have to agree to one. You do not have to have a relationship before this is resolved, nor after it's resolved, nor while it is being resolved. The divine does not put intentions upon any to have a relationship. Welcomes it. Will make your life much easier by having one, but you can be healed no matter your opinion, no matter your relationship, and no matter how you feel about the divine. You can be healed. And the intentions that the kinds of energetic energies that fulfill this business that's all around most of our bodies wants you to believe, well, I'm not working with the divine because they'll judge me. They'll think I'm not worthy of being healed. They'll want me to live differently. I won't be able to have fun, for God's sake. None of that's true. The divine's not going to require anything of you. No deals, no promises, no changes in your life. The divine will not require those to heal you. And the energies that are fulfilling these massive systems want you to believe otherwise so that you cannot be healed. So, pardon me. Please do not let anything get in between you and being healed. Please, please, please. There's no reason to delay your healing, to fret about what the divine might think of you, because the divine knows you. The divine knew you before you came. You knew the divine before you came. It just works this way. And you don't have to believe that either. It's okay if you don't. Don't let it stop you from being healed, please. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to close this one out, and we're going to go to the next one. Now, I'm going to cover a little bit of this, and then I'm going to break and come back to video 4, or go to video 4. So this is a brain. This is also available online. You can look this up. These are images they use to promote their charts. I own all of these charts, so I'm not using information that I shouldn't be. And to be real clear, I do not own this chart, and I don't own this chart, but I am referring you to those who do own them so that you can purchase them if you want to use them. I just haven't purchased these yet. This is all, I'm just being guided to share this information with you. Now, I use quick studies. I have so many of them. I'm looking to see if I had them here. I have their book. I have all of these charts. And why do I say that? Because I use them in other kinds of products that I have so that I can teach you. All right. I'm not encouraging you to download these, only to look at them online, unless you purchase them. These I do own the rights to. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot. But if you want to use them, they're like $3, $3.95. I'm going to reach over and show you a book that you can purchase for like, I think it's $20 or $22, and has everything in it. And it would be useful to you if you do. So bear with me 1 second while I grab that. Okay, so here's the book. It's called Atlas of the Human Anatomy, The artist is Vincent Perez, and I bought this on Quick Study. And this is such a great book because each of their plates are very simple. And the divine, or your vital life force energy, which is your spirit, will guide you if you intend it. Okay, so if I said vital life force energy, mine, me, all that is me, and the wisdom that's with me, if I needed to look at a plate in this book, and they call these plates usually, what do I need to see? And this is where I came. Okay, and there's no mystery. My body knows what it needs, and it knows what this book is. My body, my spirit, is as old as probably the very first lifetime. This is just information that I've learned over time. Yours may be thousands of years old. I don't know. But it is old enough to have information that can save your life. So start thinking like that, okay? So when I ask my body, my whole vital life force energy, my spirit, to show me what is it I would need to look at first, I'm being guided to this page, and I'm being shown this. This is the area where the occiput is and where the cervical spine is. And you can see all these nerve branches. So it lists very specific things which are interesting, right? But that's not so important, because as my brain begins to see me saying, so I need healing here, some healing here on my left side, healing all around these shoulder blade area, top shoulder areas, my body starts to address it. That's brilliant. So simple. My copay is more than this book is. So please use it. This is very affordable. says it was $25, but I don't think I paid $25 for it. So I got this in a matter of maybe 48 hours or less. Books like this, charts like these. I didn't know I was going to do this, or I would have had this more available. Okay, charts like these. It's like you can get them on Amazon, and they might be somewhere between $6 and $14. You can get them on this quick study academic for as little as $3 and $5. So this little guy right here, he shows us where our meridian system is. And these energies like to trace our various acupressure and acupuncture points, which lie over top of many of these meridians, and trigger points, which are associated with some of these meridians, and trigger points that aren't known, okay? And they hover over those because they can create outcomes. So these charts, if you would just either ask the divine to guide you, either on Amazon or go to Quick Study, it's very easy to find on Quick Study, and let your vital life force energy or the divine, who is the creator, who is God, who is pure source light, guide you to choose the ones you need. And you can begin to make strong intentions. Your body will show you what areas need to be healed. Let's just say that you get drawn to this area of your foot, then your finger starts tracing information around, and you're like, oh, okay, so body, let's end this. Let's resolve, and let's look at this system. Let's use our divine wisdom so that we can understand what needs to be ended so that the whole system, the adjacent systems, the resonant systems, the dissonant systems, the dissonantly resonant systems, and the resonantly dissonant systems can all be cleared. If it's not my vital life force energy, map it. And let's get a plan. And let's get it ended. And our brilliant bodies know how to do this. Now, if you're having some cognitive challenges, and this is not something for you to be shy about, if you're having cognitive challenges, if thinking feels like quicksand, if it feels like running your mind through quicksand, if you are lacking motivation in doing your career or your normal things like showering and doing your hair or putting makeup on, if that's your thing, you don't have to be someone who puts makeup on. That's not what I'm saying. But if the things that were your thing a few years ago aren't your thing because you don't have the energy and you just don't care anymore, ask your vital life force energy. If you are open to asking the divine as well, do I need support? Do I need outside support to help me through this? Do I need the support of an energy healer? Do I need another kind of practitioner to help me clear enough so I can do this? Because you can. And if you work with me and many other very good practitioners who work with the divine, will support you in ways that help you learn how to heal yourself. You know, my practice works one-to-one with each person. We also do videos like this, and we support our clients between hours when that's necessary so that they can overcome things that they personally don't know how to. And a good practitioner isn't going to limit their conversation with you only during a traditional session. And we exist. And I'm not trying to promote my services. I'm trying to help you know that if doing what I just shared with you isn't working for you, if you can't think, if you can't get clarity like what I just showed you, you might need a few sessions so you can a practitioner who will teach you how to do this work at home so you can help heal yourself and your family. It's very important before disease states set in, before you start losing interest in life, before you start wandering away from your network of friends. And you know, this very intelligent information intended isolation for as long as we could have, as long as it could isolate us, for as long as humans would allow themselves to be isolated, because the intention and intelligence of what they were doing would cause further isolation after isolation wasn't necessary any longer. And that's because it overshadowed the areas within our energy body that need and know what we need to do. And when it starts to overshadow the areas that know what we need to do, then we start ending things. And the number one priority of these informational conditions is to end things. End your job, end your relationships, end your interest in things that keep you bright, end things that are not supposed to end. And if you'll watch these videos, if you'll bear with the slowness of it, if you'll keep pushing through, if you'll invite the divine, look, hey, if I didn't want a relationship with the divine and I wanted to be healthy, here's what I would do. All right, God, listen, I know you know me. I know you. I know that there's a creator out there, whether the truth is evolution or creationism. There's a God. There is a creator out there that created something that began it all. And if I did not want a relationship, I'm a pretty frank person. I would say, God, look, here's the deal. I don't want a relationship with you. I'm not happy with you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you exist. Whatever the truth would be, right? And I hear you're willing to heal me. Show me. Show me right now. And show me in a way I understand what you're going to heal. Show me the limitation that exists before you heal it. Show me what I'm capable of the moment you tell me you ended it. This is moving to me because that's the kind of person I am. And I know God, and I know miracles. They happen all the time. I have the benefit and the blessing of observing them. And I know God will heal you. So pardon my tears. But there was a time in my life when I stood up on the other side of a person's desk. And I said, so you think you can heal me? And I had a conversation very much like that. And in a very short period of time, I was healed. And it changed everything. And God can handle it. What I'm sharing with you is real. What I'm sharing with you must be ended. Don't let whatever it is that makes you not want a relationship, that makes you not want to believe that there is a creator, go ahead and hold on to that. No one, nothing requires you to change it. And there's nothing to lose. Nothing. Nothing. So if you're muddy, if you are thick in the brain, that's my word, right? If my brain, when I went through a place after a sudden and full hysterectomy, I was muddy and thick in the brain. And I didn't understand the things I understand today, but I was, and I know what that feels like. And it is terrible. And I entered another place in my life when that occurred again. And I didn't understand how energy comes into our fields, into our energy body. And I didn't understand what I understand now. And because I didn't, I looked at it like this was normal. It is not. This is not a normal process, and it doesn't have to exist. And I have asked every single time for that to end, and it did. So you do not have to have a relationship. I'm not inviting you into a relationship. You can if you want one, but do not let your anger or your position on creationism or evolution, do not let your hurt and harm and things that have hurt you in your life or those you know keep you from being well. Please. There's no reason for that. There is no justice in not being well. Okay? There isn't. So your vital life force energy can do this. It's powerful. And if you're still sitting with this and you're still watching me after I have shared the importance of doing this, even without having a relationship, even though nothing's required of you, and if you're still watching me and you say, no, I'm not doing that. So what else do you have? You personally have your vital life force energy. That is your spirit. It's your light. It's your lifeline. The moment that's cut off, there's no life. That's just the way that works, okay? That is a brilliant connection. That brilliance and that connection is all-knowing. Why don't we know this? I don't know. Here I sit talking to you about this in 2023. And I might be telling you something you've never heard before, which makes that really difficult to believe. You have nothing to lose, right? No one's trying to change you, just trying to invite you to understand that you have the power with you. I don't care what you've ever done in your life, good or bad. You have the power and the wisdom to know. And if that's the first time you've ever heard of it, don't ever let it go, because you can heal yourself. Your vital life force energy has the wisdom, the knowledge, and the wherewithal to change things in this moment. Okay? Let's do a little exercise. Okay. So a minute ago in this video, I showed you that I have learned how to invite my body, my vital life force energy, to show me where energy is that doesn't belong. If it's not mine, it doesn't belong, okay? Like, that's like having a stranger in my house. I have a stranger in my house? No, that's not happening, right? I have a stranger in my body? Not happening. And if it's not my vital life force energy, it doesn't belong. So my body is wise, brilliant. I'm not saying I'm this smart person. You are too. There's not one of us who isn't. Our bodies are brilliant. Okay, so take your dominant hand and ask your body to show you where energy might be in this moment that needs to be removed so that series of energetic systems can be removed. So here I go. I can already feel it. The moment I start saying it, I have a little pain in my eye. And my body is telling me that there's a field right here. Okay? And it looks like this. My body is telling me it does like this. Now, I'm asking, now my arm is going to tell me yes or no. So a universal yes is up and down, and a universal no is side to side. Is this an ablation? It is. Okay. Did this just come in? It just came in while we're talking. This is how our world is. I'm sitting inside of a home with air conditioning and windows closed. and it comes through. Okay. I'm not going to waste any time on this though. All right. Show me the circumference. Okay. Is it networking with other information? And this can be removed now. Can you remove others with it? Yes. 1, 2, 3, out, out, get it all out, and keep going and keep removing. And when you end this series of systems, start on the next one, because my body intelligence is aware of this. And if there is doubt, call on the divine. If there is doubt, make me consciously and cognizantly aware in the moment, and then I will ask. And so this is still here because I can feel it. So show me the circumference. Now look at this. Okay. This circumference is now this small. I'm not making this up. Just do this with me. Okay. Ask your body. So now this is here. This is a different system. Did this just come in? Show it to me. End it, because it's winding. Now end it all. And now this is what I do. God, who is pure source light, get rid of this from me. Get rid of whatever is with me personally, or my home, or my family, in the way you know my family is. And when God looks at our family, it's so much bigger than we understand. And all that I connect to, and all that's connected to me, whether it's direct or indirect, God, you know, divine, pure source light, creator, you know what connects to me, what conveys to me, who and what I might be connected to that causes a conveyance to me. I don't know, but you do. Please end it now. Now, for some of us, the process of ending all of it is a little elongated. And when it is, God will hold what communicates to you. That's a new capacity, not a new capacity of God. It's a new capacity with regard to this system, with this intelligence I'm referring to through these videos. That wasn't something that could be done as easily, as quickly. Listen, God's efficiency of time is like that. God could say, done, and there's nothing left. There's something we don't know. We may never know the whole story about why this energy, this intelligence is able to do this and able to be protected from being ended instantly. I just don't even get that. Okay. So, but that's the case. So now I can tell that there's energy here. Is this one new? This one's not new. It activated because of the other one. And because it's right here, it's my temporal lobe, right? No, absolutely not. And is this connected to other things? Has this been here more than just today? And it's able to be removed now because layers are moving much more quickly. This is information I'm just hearing as I'm talking. And now there's information that connects to it here, 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 here. Remember that system I showed you that kind of wants to go all around, right? Is this part of that system? The answer is yes. So when my hand does this, it's a yes. If it does this, it's a no. And I'm doing it that way so you can see in real time. So it's connecting to my mandible, right? And it's connecting to my cheekbones. It's connecting in here. It's connecting in here. It's interesting. You can see that it isn't symmetric. And so it's doing these things. Okay, so it's going around in many of the ways I showed you in the video. Okay, and in other different ways. And is this a big system? This is a big system. It's all removing right now. And will it remove more systems? Go for it. Please. In the efficiency of time that God has capacity to create and end it for me and my family and anyone else who can have this ended. Please and thank you. So this video, if I sum it all up in a nutshell, has the intention of helping you understand the many ways the intention of COVIDic information has in your body. Its capacity to convey information from one area to another And by conveying information that is handled well here to my thoracic spine, to your thoracic spine, is debilitating. And it doesn't take long for systems of energy to convey to it because of the kinds of fields it calls in to sit with it. And as it calls these fields in, they begin to match symptomatic, episodic conditions to diseases, to syndromes, to conditions that end. And when it does, it calls in more symptomatic fields of information, fields of intention that start spreading. And it's doing it like this. It has one massive intention, and that is to end. Zip, nada, nothing. Okay? I am not a conspiracy theorist. This feels real close, right? So I hope not, but it does. As someone who's not a conspiracy theorist, this sounds a little conspiratorial. But I don't even know conspiratorial about what, because this is information that the divine is sharing with me that I personally have observed in my practice over and over and over again. And the rare times I work with someone one-to-one, it is all like I showed you. This information, this etheric information is wrapped all around them. And as I listen to their symptoms, they're the same as every other client whose symptoms are COVIDic, whose information that's with their body is COVIDic. And it's energy. And this energy is able to be removed finally. So I implore you to start to learn how to do this on your own, because it will be with you forever. The information of how to clear your body of information that does not belong to you will be with you forever. And you can heal yourself, and you can teach your family to do the same thing. It's kind of fun. You could, I know this sounds a little ridiculous because you don't know me, but you literally could turn this into a kind of a game that you sit at the table doing, and you each take turns. What is your vital life force energy showing you that needs to be removed? And let your hand, your dominant hand, be connected to your energy, and let your body show you. Let each of your family members show you in a round table way, each having a turn. And then each of those of you and your family sit at the table and agree that that is gone. That's a lot of power. That is a lot of power. And when a family sits together and decides, excuse me, that they are being healed, miracles happen. So I'm passionate about this. Passionate about you learning how to end this. And it's time. Okay? All right. There's a video 4, and it's coming right up. Thank you for watching.